Let's go ahead and get this stream started. What is up, Stags and Does? My name is Redthedeer, and I'm so happy you guys are here, and welcome to another one of my streams. Happy Good Friday morning. We made it. It is the weekend, the last day shift for a lot of you before the glorious Saturday and Sunday push that we are all looking forward to every single time. But this weekend's extra special because the greatest movie of all time is being released right now. Of course, I'm talking about the new Spider-Man movie, baby! We got some web-slinging action happening this weekend. Let me know if you guys are going to see that movie. I definitely am.
Guess what? It's the end of July.
And it is the end of July. It is birthday month for me and my wife. It is anniversary month for me and my wife. And it is the release of 12.1 month for World of Warcraft retail. It's going to be a crazy hype month. We've got a lot of things planned. We're going to do a crazy activatable like-a-thon for the week of the birthday. We're going to be going live the moment the patch drops, the literal moment it drops, we're going to be going in. The moment the raid drops, we're going to be going in. The moment Mythic Plus dungeons are available, we are going to be diving in. You guys are in the right spot for all of 12.1's hype, and it is going to be an insane patch. We've done a lot of PTR stuff. We've gone through the quest chain, so if you guys want to experience my playthrough of reading the quests and reacting to the quests, that's going to be on my VOD channel on YouTube, Redthedeer VODs. I will not necessarily be reading the quests or over analyzing the quests during the launch. It's just not the most enjoyable experience. Yes, the new lighting. Do you guys like this new lighting setup? We have a new, we were able to invest into ourselves with the support from the channel, and we got ourselves a new floodlight. We got ourselves a new dispenser light. I look so pretty and shiny and oily. Oily, shiny skin. People love that. They're like, look how shiny his forehead is. But we got new lighting. Yes, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. You guys are the freaking best. So we're going to continue doing our 12.1 prep. We're on our hunter today. Not going to be doing a lot of time walkings. In fact, we're going to be doing what we can to catch up and what you should be doing in your game to get ready. Let's go ahead and stop lagging. Thank you. These Niffin are causing some lag. This is our neighborhood. If you guys are wanting to join a guild in preparations for 12.1, we have started recruiting again. Generally, we play for a significant portion of the season and then we take some breaks. I was joking. I was actually joking. What are you doing? What is this? Get off my face. No, it looks like an old man creamed on me. Makeup. What's happening?
I'm making sure you smell like a cigar smoking old man.
Am I less shiny?
I smell like a casino in here. It's kind of crazy.
You guys want to see some casino content? I can do that. I guess I'm less shiny now. Is that stuff toxic to breathe? We're gonna start doing makeup before my streams. That's never happening. I'm sorry. I'm just not that guy. I don't care enough. I look white now. You made me look white. I looked so beautiful before. And now I'm white. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make sure that we're caught up on all of the game mechanics, our player power, and making sure that we understand and have at least a decent professional setup when it comes to professions, bag space, and understanding of where the quests are gonna take place, what our eye level needs to be, all those things, and what you need to do to prepare yourself for 12.1 in the upcoming days. We have 10 days left. That's what that is down there. You'll also notice this beautiful little timer. Ooh, wait, hold on. There you go. In this area over here for those that are on the other apps, and then for this area here for those that are on the TikTok app. Thank you so much for the support across the board on all of the platforms.
Put it next to the other logo.
You want it down there? It's going to be covered up by chat.
No, not really. Just put it, like, line it up with it so it kind of look like, yeah.
That's a good spot for it?
Yeah, it's perfect. And then I moved the logo of the WoW thing up a little bit too because it's getting cut off.
I thought getting cut off is fine.
Oh.
I didn't care.
It's never good. Thanks for the Bambi love.
Thank you for the Bambi, yo, granddaddy. And also with the heartbeat, special action today with the heart me. If you guys do a heart me, I will add 2 minutes to the timer for 1 coin. That is going to be your best value, 4 coins across the board. Every time you join the stream, you should use a heart me. It is going to be the best way for you to gamify the stream. You'll get like a little rank up system, check your heart me's progress, make sure that you're continuously leveling up in the channel. But every time you use a heart me, it also up levels and upgrades my channel for TikTok. So thank you so much. You guys are incredible with the support, Granddaddy. How are you doing today? Happy Friday morning, happy Friday evening or afternoon, wherever you may be. Let's move this here. Boop, boop. Shh. The VOD, the TikTok's never on the VOD, by the way, just so you know. The VOD comes from the horizontal.
And move the...
I don't have the game logo over there because I don't need it over there.
But you have the timer in front of your face. Don't ever have the timer in front of your face.
It's better for clips. People can actually see it when it's on clips. Am I wrong on that?
I don't want them in the clips.
You don't want the timer on the clips?
Why would I want the...
It shows people, you know, what time things happened, if they can keep track of it. Plus, also good people with crazy extensions. No, fine. Where would you like the timer on the horizontal, my love? That's fine. We don't have to have it.
Slide it up. Just a smidge underneath the logo.
Morning time. It's morning for some people.
A perfect spot for it where the gray is in the logo. You could still have it be on the VOD if you really wanted to.
It's not wanting to move. I don't know. Can't grab it individually.
Why can't you?
Music's in, it's just little music and it should be game music.
When you click on it on the left, you can't just go up and down?
No, because it's going to move both. See? That's like a Streamlabs thing, not an OBS thing.
Alright, then just leave it, Red. It's fine. I'm the only one who cares anyways.
Right. I think the timer in the clips is fine. Plus, it doesn't cover my face. It's just above my face. So, let's get on over to Everson Woods. Almost said Elwyn Forest. Elwyn Forest isn't getting their update until next expansion. Spoiler alert. I do believe that they're going to upgrade at least Elwyn Forest and Duratar in the next expansion. It might even be a level up zone or a complete new overhaul. Yo, Andy with the heartbeat. Yo, thank you. That's going to add 2 minutes to the timer again. I appreciate you guys today. Thank you. Look at that. We haven't even gotten past 2 hours yet almost. Appreciate you guys. How are you all doing today? So what we are going to do first is the Omnian Foil. If you guys haven't done or you haven't been playing World of Warcraft, they added a player power weekly progression system to give yourself like an extra 1,000 damage per second. It's nothing like super critical, but if you haven't done it, I'm going to show you guys how to quickly get that done so that way you have that ready to go for the rest of the expansion. It is account bound. It is not character specific. So if you do it on one character, you'll be able to get it on all characters. I took a break right around this time frame of when it came out. I got all my goals achieved. We're actually doing Mythic Raid tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to stream that or if I have permission to stream it, but I'm letting you guys know I'm still Mythic Raiding. Hopefully we can get cutting edge. We're going into Crown of the Cosmos. I'm going to try to help those guys complete it. So if you need to do your Omnium Foil, you haven't done it, I believe it's this simple. When it first was released, every single reset every week, you had a new tier to go unlock as long as you went to go talk to Romoth and whoever else is over there, the 2 blood elves over on the Isle of Quel'Danas. Now, if you haven't done it, I believe that you can go over there and get all of your weeks progressed at the same exact time since we've reached the threshold of it being completely unlocked. I definitely need to go do that, so that'll be the first thing that we do. Hopefully, I'll be able to determine what we all need to do to get that completed. After that, we're going to want to look at our reputations, and we're going to want to look at our seasonal journey. You have 3 things to progress seasonally this expansion. That's going to be your Delve track, your Prey track, and your Mythic Plus track. As long as you've achieved your goals on those, I would recommend getting your Delve track to level 10 because there's some achievements and collectibles you're going to want to earn with that. I'd recommend getting your Preys. If you haven't done your Preys, get your Prey track up to level 10 because those mounts are going to go away, and that is seasonal progress stuff. There's not going to be necessarily new ones next season. I'm hoping there are. I didn't test that on the PTR, but just in case the ones that are currently available go away, you want to get your prey track up to level 10. And then finally, double check your Mythic Plus goals. If you still haven't gotten 3.4K, you still have time to do so, but you want to make sure that you at least have a goal set and that you've achieved that goal and you're satisfied with how you did this season. So while we're on our way over there, you want to make sure that you click your adventure guide. This is where you're going to see your reputations. I haven't maxed out the Harati yet, so that's what we're going to be spending most of our day doing. I'll show you guys tips and tricks and quick little ways to get a lot of rep. We should be able to finish this up. You guys can't see it on the TikTok app, but I'm 17 out of 20 on the Harati. All my other reps are Exalted and Ritual sites. I'm only 2 out of 8. So after the Harati, we'll be focusing on Ritual sites to finish that up. For my seasonal progress, I did get level 10 on my Delves and on my Praise, so I am good there, but I do want to double check the vendors. Why am I taking damage? That was crazy. Am I in war mode? You want to make sure that you have those completed and check the vendors. If you have the currency to purchase the collectibles, definitely go do that. If you don't, go farm some and then purchase the collectibles before they are gone. That's what we'll be doing as well. So you should see this purple triangle that always signifies an important quest. Once you're here, you'll be asked to run into this building. All you have to do is talk to, after a short quest line, if you haven't unlocked it at all, you'll have to talk to them, and hopefully it's only a one-time deal, but we'll see if we have to come back and do this weekly like everyone else did. I believe because it's already unlocked that we should be able to just fully unlock it right now. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. We do have a timer today that's extendable with coins, chats, shares, and follows.
I had nearly forgotten how beautiful the Omnium was. There is something nostalgic about it. The glow of its basin, the shimmer of the Magicules, a relic from an age long past. It is strange to think how silent and eerie it had been for the last few decades. But even now, after all the trouble we went through to reawaken it, I am left with more questions about it.
We should...
Perhaps, in time, we can answer these
even
questions.
A portal here? We couldn't fly over to the Isle called the Nas. We have to have a portal to it. God, dude, we're so lazy. We do it to ourselves, chat. We do it to ourselves. I didn't even notice there was a portal. It's already unlocked. Click the purple icon on the map if you have already done all the quests for this. No, I have not done the quests. I took a break, so I'm going to showcase how to do those quests. We're on, I think, week 2 of 4 or something. It told me to go do ritual sites, which we have to do anyways. So let's go ahead and focus on that. While we're out and about, I'm going to be looking at what I want in my bags, what I want to clear out of my bags, because having bag bloat is obviously one of the biggest annoyances of the current retail design. We've had this issue since pretty much Shadowlands, where our bags are just constantly full with crap. I'm going to try an add-on today about halfway through the stream that's called Baginator. We discovered it via Ascension, of all places. It is such an incredible add-on that doesn't showcase an entire bag with all the empty slots. It just shows you exactly what things are. So it separates things into categories for you automatically, and then it shows you how many extra free slots you have on the bottom of the bag. It's such a good add-on. Hopefully it works in retail. I do use Zygor Guides, one of the sponsors and partners of this stream. We'll talk about them later, but they have a bag add-on. You can see that's what this is over here. Just makes it all one giant bag, and there's filters and things that you could set up, but it does take a little bit of extra work. Whereas the ritual site, that's where we need to go do. Okay, perfect. Whereas the Baginator kind of doesn't need any work. It does itself and it's completely done, which is awesome. The Omnium Foil Quest told us to come do a ritual site. This is one of the activities that got released in 12.0.7. It is a fun little sort of, I guess you could call it a Visions roguelike system. You go into it, you kill a bunch of things, and then you get out of it. You can make the activity harder by activating what they call skulls, I believe, or masks. So if we click on this, we can make it a tier 6 challenge. Requires all 6 challenges. I'm just gonna turn on all the challenges. Why not? I don't even know what they all do anymore, but we're strong enough to where this won't be an issue. You unlock those challenges by killing rares, doing a little quest inside of it. All of those challenges, all those activations that I just did are unlocked in the activity itself. We were gonna make a guide on this activity, but when me and Juan were initially recording for that, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, and we never got back to it because we had stopped playing the game at that point. So I'm sorry I never made a guide on ritual sites. I will do better. Hand up, I promise. I will do better to make guides on content features as they come out. Not just on stream, but also for long-term, short-form content on TikTok that you can always go back to. Such as the Abyss Anglers guide that is on my YouTube and on my TikTok. If you guys haven't done the Abyss Anglers activity, also came out in 12.07. We have an entire guide on how to unlock every single achievement with that, posted on my TikTok and on my YouTubes. Save that for later and complete your activity. There's a lot of cool cosmetics and unlocks, but the main reason why you want to do it is because of the overarching meta achievement that they're going to eventually have for Midnight's activities, and you're not going to want to have to go back and do that one later. Do it while there's a lot of people active in it now. Makes the activity a little bit more enjoyable and helps with some of the harder stuff to do. That will not be an activity that scales well, in that sense of being stronger at the game does not make that activity easier to do. Because you kind of enter a vehicle, that vehicle's always going to do the same actions. So you're going to want to get that done now, because having more people help you with that activity is actually going to make the activity go by easier. Wow, I'm getting wrecked. My pets are not taunting. That's what's happening. There we go. They're on taunt now. Can you hold aggro, little buddy? There we go. Thank you. Where's that been this whole time? You're still not holding aggro. What a Chad. Alright, we're still gonna be fine. Heal myself back up. Okay, all we have to do at this level 6, whoop, let me move this over, is all of the little yellow dots on the mini-map. It's basically like a scenario phased weekly quest, if you will. So we've done these several times. Go to a zone, click the things, do the things. In this case, they want us to kill this homie. My pet was rooted? That's insane. These are actually kind of fun. Not gonna lie, these are kind of tough. I think these will heal me. Can I stun her? I can. Perfect. And there we go. Ritualized Arcana. Quest. This darkened Arcana substrate is warm to the touch and smells faintly of char. This, like, pillar is making things stronger near it. So just be careful whenever you have those larger pillars. Ah, it hurts. These little green circles are healing me, but they're like not nearly as powerful as Valera's like health orbs and everything else. Do we need to do something with this? I forget how to shut these down. 2 more enemies to shut down. Oh. We kill enemies near it, chat. We're discovering this as we go. Who am I? My action bar is gone. That's fun. Why is there some annoying stuff in this? It's crazy. Health potion again? Dang. They're going wild with it. This is actually kind of tough by yourself. Now what? Excess power fragments dissipates when all enhanced enemies are defeated, removing power from the leader. Okay, so we have to do this. We are in survival right now. I don't know if we're going to play survival next season. I believe that we are going to be playing marksmanship or beastmaster next season. Not tough on tank is probably so true. Ah! I'm gonna die. I mean, my pets should be taunting, but they just are not taunting. These guys, he's not holding aggro like he normally does. He's letting me down. Nothing's tough on a tank. It's gonna go ahead and use recuperate, which is crazy. That is wild, brother. Oh man, I didn't know about that ability. Feign death, you say? Cutie. Misdirect on pets. That is something I should be doing. Yes. That is a good suggestion. Actually killed that guy rather than interrupt him. That's silly. There we go. What are you even doing here? Right. We're trying to unlock the Omnian foil. I don't have Trank Shot on this build. I think this is my PvP build, which is also probably where I am struggling. I gotta figure out what spec I'm running tomorrow on Mythic. Skullcracker. They wanted me to do one of the ritual sites, so we're here doing a ritual site. Oh, the thing that we need to be looking for while we're here to get one of the mounts is a bunch of seaweed. It only spawns in certain areas, and I haven't been actually keeping track. Come on. Thank you. It should be on the coastline. I'm gonna go back and just double check that we... Small strongbox. That's a new one. Okay. Just gonna double check the coastline real fast, make sure that we didn't miss any seaweed.
Oh, and happy Friday, Toast.
Correct. Happy Friday. Cheers, brother. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Pretty good week this whole week on stream. Very excited to be back into retail World of Warcraft. Very excited to build up the guild again and get ready to start running some more Mythic Plus with a completely brand new season. We might do a plus dungeon at the end of stream today to cap off, like a 16 or 17, just to keep us into shape with Mythic Plus as we get closer towards getting into season 2. Very excited about season 2. It's gonna be awesome. We have a lot of icons here. Dark obelisks we should be clicking and getting rid of, or just killing, I guess. I remember that. Literally haven't done this since it was released. This is basically like brand new content for me. Get rid of this big bad. One at a time, ideally.
Need to sit down and figure out Mythic Plus team and classes.
Yes, we do plan on holding auditions or tryouts or whatever you want to call it for our Mythic Plus progression team that runs on a specific day every single week. Bro.
For my guild this tier.
Ooh, you might not raid with your guild this tier? That's shocking. I can understand it though. Okay, kill the spare first. They're doing an actually decent amount of damage.
Not raid tank. May DPS or heal.
Gotcha. DPS would be fun. It's always cool to kind of switch up your seasons from your role, because it feels like a completely different game when you do that. Especially if your class has the availability to be multiple roles. That way you don't even have to switch off your main. You could still play your main. So Paladin, Druid, Monk are all like excellent mains for a lot of people because you can switch your role at any given season and still keep your character's progress. Stunning. I gotta check my spec. I don't know if I'm allowed to change my spec when I'm in this, but we gotta check. Let us see. We are in raid set, so let's go to Mythic Plus real fast. I can't change while in combat. I'm not in combat, surely. Ah, where'd you come from? I'm in combat. Hopefully I can change in the activity. Please. Mythic Plus. Hopefully that helps us do a little better AoE here. Single target actually wasn't that bad of a build, to be fair, because we're like tacking stuff one at a time, but... Man, it has been a minute. I'm definitely out of practice. I'm casting stuff without having tips of the spear stacks. I'm not doing as good as I used to. We're gonna have to really work ourselves back into this game. Probably should be on Beastmaster just because it's significantly easier to play while I'm getting used to the swing of things again. And anyone empowered over here that I might have missed? Where's that seaweed? I haven't seen any since. There's generally about 2 to 3 spots I believe you can click. Maybe I think we determined in our testing that it was 5 seaweeds are available to click every single run. So I have not seen one. I can't tell if that's unlucky or just maybe they changed it. Misdirecting. Misdirect doesn't really seem. I think these guys just don't like attacking pets. They are kind of casters. Puzzle box. Gosh, puzzle box does so much extra damage. Oof, we're still here. We're still here. We still got this. Didn't miss a beat. We're still here. Okay, no seaweeds yet. Imagine me clicking it and just not having to worry about it anymore because I get them out right away. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Probably not going to be true. Misdirecting. Oh, that's a stun. As long as I don't get that mind control effect again, I think we'll always live. Mind control's probably the closest we're gonna get to death. And thank you for dropping that giant void circle of death. That was super kind of you. No, just gonna put another one down. Perfect. Getting a lot of this ritualized arcana. Guess that's what we need for this something going on. I don't know. I need 3 more captured void creatures slain. While we're doing all the other activities, we're looking for the main objective. The main objective being 3 more captured void creatures. Haven't really noticed particularly one. Maybe that one that we just did was the first I've seen. Sea Jewel. We're tracking beasts right now, of all things to track. Hello? Can I change that? I don't know what actual beast tracker on. I think I was farming Loke in... Where is that? Solazar Basin. That's the one of the first spirit beasts they ever put in the game. Incredible, great model. I still don't have it on this character. I think I was farming him up, so I needed to train or track beasts on, and now I don't know how to turn that off. Rookie. I know I need the magnifying glass, but I don't see it because I've got so many freaking add-ons on this account. It's probably on like a right click on the mini-map or something. My guy does not want to AoE at all. Pretty embarrassing. You're embarrassing the family. Grab some aggro. Looting. I like how looting's dangerous. The effect should go away after you've killed the party. Nope, that doesn't work. How do I change what I'm tracking? Oh, it's the little, there it is. I got it. It is the binoculars next to the actual name of the zone you're in. Got it. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, find track pets. Oh, that's what that is. No? That is beasts for sure, right? Hunter tracking. Turn that off. Should do humanoid tracking, I guess, if we're being specific. How many times am I gonna recuperate, bro? This is actually kind of tough. We have 2 more of the actual objective here and then there. Still no seaweed. Maybe I'm just dumb. I feel like I've been going down the coast, but the reason we want the seaweed is it drops a mount. It has like a 1 in 20 chance to drop a mount. In the PTR testing that me and Juan did, we did not get the mount after doing this like 6 or 7 different times. There's one. That's our first seaweed I've seen. So if we click that, we should get a mount, hopefully. No, obviously that'd be lucky, but we might get a mount. Streamer luck activate. Please? Bro. Why don't you want to taunt? I don't understand. He is taunting, just like they do not care. I wonder if they nerfed hunter taunts. That would be unfortunate. I might switch to Beastmaster just to like have better control over my survivability here. And switch that over to Mythic Plus. Planker on the purple app. If I can get a mod to take care of that for me, that would be amazing. Thank you. Murder that robot for me. Perfect. Allies to all but clankers, baby. Oh. I think we need the mount to spawn. I think that's part of it, is you'll click it and a mob is always going to spawn, but the one you're looking for is the bloated, the bloated snapdragon. Yeah, there we go. I think. Oh boy. Okay, I lied. This might be worse. Why didn't you take that misdirect? Annoying. I generally have a macro that works, but I guess it's not working right now. I'll have to look into that. Hello? Thank you. Gonna grab some health while I can. This guy's kind of tough. No, I'm gonna die again. No, get out of that. Rooted, bro. I got stuck on the rocks of all things. Okay, just him now. We killed all the spares. That's... Please! Chaotic Fissure. It's just a simple dodge. Not a big deal. It has definitely been a minute. So much easier when your pets just hold aggro. Why is this not going on my pet? Gotta check my macros as well. This is why we have to get all this prep done, because your macros might not work. Maybe your talents have been changed. Maybe your character's been changed since the last time you played. You're gonna get another change once 12.1 actually drops. It's never a bad idea to hop onto the PTR just on your class, go to a target dummy and try some stuff first.
Hey,
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're playing some World of Warcraft, the nerdy game. The real version, the retail version, if you will. Trying to unlock our Omnian foil, since we did not play during the time frame to get it unlocked while it was active and live. We're getting it now. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Oof. What is up, Colt? Welcome in. Survivor hype for season 2 Mythic Plus. I'm pumped. Is Survivor going to be good? I've not heard that actually. Hopefully. Members of power remaining. And that's the last one. Okay. Didn't see a lot of seaweed, only the one seaweed. I think one could be back here. We checked, but I don't see one over there. I kind of don't want to spend too much time on this, so we're gonna give it one quick little like look-see. You know, like a little glance around the area. Because getting that mount would mean one less thing we have to farm up later. I'm surprised we only had one seaweed. Is there only one seaweed per ritual run now? When we tested on the PTR, I believe it was 5 seaweeds could spawn. But if there's only one, once you click it once, that's actually better, because that means you can be done with it. Let us check. I don't see any anywhere, so we're just gonna move on. Hopefully we get another one on this corner. It may be up to 5, that's true. Okay, so like, not guaranteed, but there's a potential that you could get more in one run if you're lucky, is what you're saying. I believe that. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna get on the PTR and hop on Hunter and see which one we're doing the most damage with our current set. See what stats might have changed. I believe marksmanship's going to haste mastery or haste crit rather than crit mastery. So that's gonna be a complete gear set change. We'll test all of that once we actually get on PTR. Since Burning Crusade era, I feel like it's really changed. Oh, it's a completely different game now than BC, 100%. The good news is, if you're nostalgic about Burning Crusade, they have World of Warcraft Classic. Currently, Anniversary is in the Burning Crusade era, so if you want to just go back and play BC as it exactly was with some convenience changes, you can go do that. Just run through that, Red. Don't be such a scrub. Oh man, he went right behind me. I got rogued. Buddy. Oh my gosh. Kind of annoying, actually, I'm not gonna lie. This is what I got a snail on him? Dude! I used every CC and it just got blocked by something else. I interrupted that guy. I threw a freaking frost trap down and missed because there is a snail on the ground that hits the trap. Oh, I stunned the other big dude because that's what my pet was attacking. My macro for misdirect isn't working. This is awesome. I love all of this. I think that's all of my deaths. I'm gonna have to reset because I'm getting a loading screen here, so I might have to do that one entirely again. Okay, no, we're here. Thank goodness. 3 deaths just mean you get maybe less spoils at the end. Your first 2 deaths will not affect your final spoils. Every death after that will affect it. Okay, so I've got a 90% spoil regain here. Spoils is the currency that you use to get the cosmetics, so I'm not too worried about actually losing a lot of that. Why is this macro not working for my misdirect? Tank MD button 1. Tank MD. Okay, that says it's doing it. Is this actually on? Let's go to add-ons. Interface. It was working with Tank MD. Profiles. General. Tank rule only. Tanks and main tanks. Prioritize main tanks. Include tanks. Prioritize main tanks. Include all tanks. Prioritize focus would be good too if I ever want to just like set my focus target. Should go to my pets as well. Enable splits. Okay, prioritize focus, and then I can make this my focus. It still wants to be clicked. That's annoying. The whole point of the add-on and the macro is that you don't have to click it. It just goes to your target. In this case, it would be a tank, or in this case, it should go to my focus, but it's not even doing that. Very annoying. I'll take a peek at it here in a second. Again. Let's beat this ritual so I can get the hell out of here. Get our first Omnium foil done. For that extra 1,000 damage per second, baby. This is going to be something that you want to get done now. You don't want to have to do this when 12.1 drops. So if you have a sub and you have the availability to get on and do stuff, this is something that you should focus if you haven't finished it already. Your Omnium Foil is just going to be these like 5 little tier downs, but they're extra little passives or ability effects that are going to happen occasionally when you do damage. It's not going to be a significant amount. Think of it like a trinket, a passive trinket that you can kind of manipulate. It will be with us for the rest of the expansion, so it's good to go get this done right now, which is why we're doing this ritual site. Otherwise, we wouldn't bother. Besides, we do have to kind of do ritual sites anyways. Because we'd have that seasonal progress, that reputation bar for ritual sites. And I want that to be filled out because I'm a completionist. And if it doesn't say 8 out of 8, then I am not playing the game right, in my mind. Okay, that is everything. So we can now attack the boss. We have one more of these. There he is. That's the Bossy Poo. Is it the Bossy Poo? Or is this just a different boss? We have 2 more dark obelisks that we still have to kill. Are you being powered by those? You are. Okay, so we have to actually go up here. Get rid of those dark obelisks before we attack that guy. And this one over here. Break both of those. Okay, good. And now he's got way less power. This creature will leave pools of tainted ground when it dies. Of course, they all do. Save our hero for the big boss, because I don't think this is the big boss. I think this is just a little guy. You know what? I actually think it's the big boss. He's got a lot of HP. And I have an objective to kill him. I thought that the boss was always up there, but I could be wrong. That could be something else. Not a bad hero either way. We pulled some trash, so that's fine. My gosh, my pet held aggro that whole time, huh? How about that? Look at him go. Just getting out of the circle's fine. Held aggro until the end. And we're not out of here, so yes, we have one more boss to kill. Which means we did waste our hero. That's alright, that was like his lieutenant, I guess. Legit only one seaweed. Unless there's one in that corner. No, do not see any other seaweeds. One last little look, just in case I am blind. Nope, okay. Very interesting. That makes that mount grind a little bit harder. This is the main boss right there. Got it. Okay. I can do that. I'll get this puzzle box.
Interrupt me, foolish creatures!
Kill the spare.
Strike, you dead!
And I'll just focus her. You do want to get used to using Hunter's Mark as a hunter now. They updated it in 12.1. So now Hunter's Mark no longer affects just your damage, it affects the raid's damage. Very useful content. A nice little raid buff for us. You still can only have one active at a time, but if you've got multiple hunters, they can throw it on multiple different targets at a time. You only need one hunter per group now to get the full benefit of marksmanship of Hunter's Mark. You don't have, it doesn't stack with multiple Hunter's Marks. Ritual side challenge point, extreme danger, okay. And where do we have loot? Claim your loot. We got chest open. We got like 5 achievements there for doing that. Nice. Matt's probably one to do it without dying. We'll work on that a little bit later. When I've got an actual full set and I remember how to do shit. Let's skedaddle. What's this next quest for Omnium Foil gonna do? You never got rid of the clinker on the purple app?
Say again.
Oh, there's another one. There's another clinker. Either that's 2 clinkers or that's the same one. He dodged them bullets like Matrix, baby.
Just got 293.
Nice, Matt. 293 eye level. I'm sitting at like 288. That's pretty crazy. You can get up to 293. Is most of your gear from the Spore guy at that point, I'm guessing? Nice. We got Renown 3 on that too. It's probably from the world boss they released in 12.07, right? I have 3 pieces from Spore, yeah. Mythic Spore would have... That's going to be the 290 eye level stuff. But that means everything else has to be completely maxed out for you to be at 293. Is that max eye level? Or is it like 294, 295 now? Don't have the companion for Dame yet, so we're gonna kill her real fast. It's actually a fairly rare companion. I think it's like 1 in 100. I've killed this rare a bunch of times and I don't have it. Hey. Hey. Chill. Didn't get it this time. Doo-doo. So there was a portal back to Silvermoon. Is there a portal over to the Omnium Foil? Somewhere over here that I don't know about.
I should be max over for right. I have 5,000 to 198 pieces. Lol, if you have dual weapons at 190, 8 could be higher.
Right. So 298. If you have dual weapons at 298, it could be higher. So 298 being the max that you can upgrade something at, but you can only have a certain amount of pieces at it. Because you have your weapons with the Void Forged, you've got your trinkets with the Void Forged, and then you can have 2 crafted pieces of gear. So that's the total of potentially 5. Right? Or no, the Spore gear is also 298. That's what you're saying. But he doesn't drop a lot of different pieces.
Weapons, trinkets, belt, ring, and neck.
That's right. Trinkets, belt, ring, and neck. Doo-doo. Wah! I wish you could use other people's random warlock gates. That'd be nice. No reason why you couldn't. It's available there. You know, they put it down there. Allergies are kicking in.
I think the same thing all the time.
I always try to click it just in case it'll let me do it one time. But yeah, it's weird that you can't use warlock gates. It's same with like portals. Like, why can't I click a mage's portal even if I'm not in their group?
What would you ask of me?
Thank you.
I serve Silvermoon.
And we have
Much has happened
links.
to Quel'Thalas since the Sunstrider Omnium first went dormant. Part of me wonders what path we might have followed had we been able to access the countless generations of Magister's knowledge. What might have been different, alas. It is no time to reminisce. The Omnium has returned, and we will not take it for granted. After all, understanding and mastering the magic of this world is the very reason Dath Thermar created this relic.
Okay. Awesome, Matt. I might run a Mythic Plus dungeon at the end of the day. Once the timer runs out. If the timer runs out. You guys have been super nice with me on that timer. Same rules as the very first Lycathon. 1,000 coins activates the Lycathon. Coins, fans, or chats, shares, and follows all will extend it. Hello. Here is some stuff about the ritual sites.
Power attracts.
Thank you. And then let's head...
What can an adventurer like yourself do for me?
Nothing. Well, I mean, I can make a mean pot roast. That's about it. Let's head on over to Zol Aman, because we have to do the other 7.0 or 12.07 activity, which is the Void Assaults. I think the ritual sites is actually a pretty good activity. They just should have maybe done a little bit more quests with it. Oh no, where's ritual sites in the Void Assaults? That wasn't 12.07, that was 12.05. That's how long ago that was, I believe. And then 12.07 released the 2 new zones. So I'm actually that far behind when it comes to getting my character progressed. Eye level wise, I'm in a good spot for next season. I don't really need to worry about it. When I have both my daggers, I'm 288. When I've got just my bow, I'm 287. I don't have the 2 mounts for Zolomon, for Void, or for Arendar. So I'm going to be killing everywhere I see in those zones because there's 2 mounts per zone that drop from the rares. 1 flying, 1 ground. And every single rare shares the same drop pool. It's 1 out of 100 per mount per rare. I don't think the elite rares have an extra boost to that drop rate. I believe it's still exactly going to be 1 in 100. I do have both of the ones for Elwyn Forest, luckily. So we can be completely done with Elwyn Forest. Hey, can you guys... You're just little crabs. Stop. Or turtles in this case. You were never going to kill me. You should have just walked away. I didn't ever really do a lot with the Void Assaults. I leveled up my mage on them a little bit. But truthfully, I don't think I've done any Void Assault stuff one time on my hunter. This will be the first time I'm ever going into it.
The Ethereals are planning something big using power stolen from the Twilight's blade. Their plans must be stopped or the Amani are doomed.
Dude, these guys are coming from the 2 zones, right? Al-Hadar? Yeah, I think these are the ones that are... this is the 3rd version of the Ethereals, a different branch that we've ever came in. We had the originals from Burning Crusade. Then we had the ones that we fought during this, under King Saladar a 2nd time. And now we have these Haladar, which is like a 3rd faction of Ethereals that we've discovered. All with their own different goals and different leaders. I have a quest to kill Twilight's Blade as well. You guys have the world quest? When you guys are going around doing stuff, do you loot or no? Do you still loot everything? I guess it's good to, because I just got a freaking quest for it. You never know what you're gonna get. I feel like looting's such a waste of time when it like gives you just a couple silver or junk. It's one of those mechanics that like I feel like we shouldn't have to do anymore. It's so old school gaming. Like it is iconic, but imagine if like the stuff just went into your bags. You still saw it pop up, but you didn't have to worry about actually clicking the mob anymore. Bro's done with Ascension? No, we're just getting ready for 12.1. We were always going to play 12.1. We were only playing Ascension because we wanted to try it out. It was still super fun. I've been playing it. I play it in my off time now. I don't know if I'm going to continue to stream it because our stream times are so limited. I don't have 12 versions of myself, but yeah, we're still playing on Rexar. My character is almost at 48. I'm getting on there doing about a level a day, I think, right now. Hopefully I get to 60 by the weekend. Next weekend, I mean. We'll still maybe do some Project Ascension content. Like if I get high enough, we get to try to do one of the raids, especially if there's new content that gets released with it, or if they manage to stick around and are able to do patches or whatever. We'll get on there and play whenever there's updates for stream. But like I said, I'll be playing it off a stream for sure for a little bit. Ritual components destroyed. So there are other people here, right? I think I saw a Demon Hunter earlier. This is generally what should be, like, hundreds of people should be doing this activity right now, but no one's currently playing retail. Or this is a side effect of the sharding, where there's too many people in Silvermoon, so I'm in a different phase than they are, which really eliminates your ability to group up in the open world whenever they do this type of instance blocking. That sucks. Or there truly is just not that many people playing. 10 days till 12.1 though, so we do not have a lot of time to be able to get ready for that season. Plus it is August, so we will look at the trading post here once we get back to Silvermoon City. I forgot about that. Good shout. Destroying this one, and then I guess we got one more. Dark Lay Coalescence. What is this? This is the main quest we gotta do. We don't really care about anything else. What do you want me to do? Let's read this real fast. Unfortunately, most of the measurable samples were expunged by the ritual site's excessive energy. If we accurately measure the various magic seeping into the ley lines, we'll need samples from the broader, less concentrated sources. I'm told the Farstriders continue to route the void strikes across Quel'Thalas. Bring me the coalesced ley energies from any of the assaulting forces. Oh, okay. So we should just be able to loot it, but we haven't actively discovered any yet? That's unlucky. No, weird. Okay. I don't care. We'll get it when we get it, I guess. I am excited that marksmanship might be a contender for next season. Marksmanship is my main spec. I love it to death. My only gripe is volley. You have to have a macro to make it a usable ability. But otherwise, it's a very fun spec, so I'm super excited about it. Thank you for the 199 Nightstar coins. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That extended the stream quite nicely. 1 second per coin, so thank you so much for the extension. Shares, chats, and follows also extend the stream, and 1,000 coins activates the like-a-thon. Boom, boom, boom. They're attacking a thing. There are people here. People exist. That double shield mechanic I hope never comes back. That's annoying. That's a melee mechanic, bro. That's a roll list ability. Melee always have an easier time with mechanics. Fight me. I play the equivalent of a melee in the ranged area because I don't have to sit there and cast, but melee being able to do their full rotation while running around always will have an easier time with mechanics. It might be harder for them to see some mechanics, or they have to move around a lot, but that's what melee's for. You guys just like jump around and dance and do other crap. I've seen you. I played melee for like 8 years. We do this crap the whole time. You're just doing your full rotation. So the reason why I said I'm playing the hunter or the melee equivalent is because hunter is that. I can do it while playing hunter. The shadow priest can't, so I can jump around them. Oh, look at them. Look at them casting. What a goober. You can't jump around? Like an Overwatch character, bro. Arcane Mage might be also a class that we play next season. Could be very interesting. High ramp up times, great burst phases, struggles in the AoE department, but overall is a animation spectacle of a class. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully we find out the meta here shortly. I don't want to be switching specs too quickly.
Our lands are safe again.
God, my bags are so full. Alright, after we get back to town, I have not gotten a lot of Dark Lay Coalescence. We need to kill more of these guys to get more of them. They are not dropping. Oh, I got it there. Was it from the satchel? I got it from the satchel. So I have to get 4 field satchels, 4 more field satchels, which means we have to do 4 more assaults. That's unfortunate. This will take a while. But happy we're getting it done now, because these are not dropping from these mobs. Field satchels can drop from the mobs too. Oh. Should I just stay here and farm it then? Or should I go do... I'm gonna go where the quest is telling me to go. It looks like there's a different like mini assault happening over here to the northwest. Man, I've been so chronically online lately. My brain is addicted to every TikTok sound and music and viral music that plays on all those TikToks. I just run rent free in my freaking head. I can't be the only one. But I'm happy to have those rather than like World of Warcraft voice lines. When we were all kids, we would be running around school going, work, work. Stop doing that. I am not that kind of orc. Yes, master? Okay. We used to freaking vocal stim that shit all the time in class. What you doing? Some really good voice lines back in the day. I'm happy they still do those, but people don't ever like click on Eritor enough times to get to the funny ones. Every character that has a voice activation whenever you talk to them, if you click on them 4, 5, or 6 different times, you're gonna start getting into some really campy voice lines. Some of them are, you know, hilarious. Other ones maybe not so much. A lot of the time they'll break the fourth wall. They'll be all like, stop poking me. It's pretty funny. World of Warcraft staple. Man, I should actually test that on what are you? Capara. You are a void capybara? Are you named? Do you keep your appearance and you're named? No, I guess not. Maybe they're just called carp, or I've not killed any of these freaking beasts before because there's no quest for them. There's mammoths in Zolomon? Since when? What? How long has this guy been here? Is he only here because the void assault's here? Am I blind? Did I even play season 1? Or did I just sit in Silvermoon and do Mythic Plus dungeons the entire time? I would have definitely gotten that trivia question, Rod. If you asked me to say, were mammoths in Zolomon, I would have 100% said no. Hilarious. Much easier than that ritual site. These assaults. Why are you not attackable? Void Scarred Mammoth. Wait, you look sick. Hold on, are you tameable? Beast Lore. Not be tamed, of course. Can't have fun. Fun detected. Fun detected. Can't tame the incredibly cool Oozy Blue Mammoth for a pet. That'd be too cool. Look how freaking sick this model is. Fortunate. Hunter main always disappointed. Boom, 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 boom. How do I get you to be activated? Do you only activate after I've killed enough things? Is this only taking as long as it is because they're supposed to be grouped content? Because generally these progress zones go by very quickly. But we're like at 95% now. We've killed a bunch of stuff. We basically cleared out this whole area. Not enough? One more. Oh, the little baby won't do it. Hey, there's my mammoth friend. We'll kill you. Perfect. What class are you pushing in season 2? I don't know if I want to do Survival Hunter again. I always recommend playing it different than the one you did previously. Most of the time Blizzard helps out with that because you don't have to worry about it. Your survival, if it was meta last season, it probably won't be meta this season. Another benefit to playing meta characters is it won't be meta the next season, so you get to play the next season fresh. I probably won't be doing Survival Hunter again. I will be doing whichever Hunter spec is going to be the most meta on my main character. And then I'm going to have a survival or a seasonal character. Not survival. I'll have a seasonal character that will be based off of the meta. Whether it's going to be the #1 healer, the #1 tank, or the top 5 DPS. whichever range DPS is in the top 5 for meta, for Mythic Plus, for raid, I will be leveling up as my secondary. I haven't dabbled enough on the PTR to know which one that's going to be yet, but there should be a pretty decent amount of information online for us to get our meta tier lists and start making those decisions now. You definitely don't want to be in a situation where you have to switch characters midway through a season because your character is not strong in that season. Do you think switching to a completely different class? Yeah, for sure. I always say level up your main and then level up an off spec or a seasonal character. So whatever your main character is, always go through the campaign on that character, always do all of the weekly activities on that character. Don't necessarily have to push endgame content with that character, right? Get your reputations done, get all your cosmetics, all your collectibles on your main character. Then have a seasonal character that is specifically strong for that meta season. That'll be your character that you don't do any of the extra content on. All you're going to do is just Mythic Plus and Raid. It makes it a little bit easier to manage, and because it's a meta character, you're generally just going to have an overall more enjoyable season than if you were playing a off meta spec. All of this can be completely negated if you have friends. If you've got friends to run plus 20s with, then you don't got to worry about what you're running. Just play whatever you think is fun. If you are worried about solo queuing and you do not have friends to play, then you should always consider playing a meta version of the game, because that will be a better appeal to the rando neckbeards that are being elitist and restricting you getting invites to groups even though you easily can clear content. Pro tips. You got Keystone Master on my Survival Hunter, but I'm thinking of playing Marksmanship for fun. Marksmanship should be really strong this season, so you'll be fine both ways. I think Marksmanship will be the meta Hunter spec going into 12.1, but we have to do a little bit of testing. That will be maybe Monday morning, and then Monday night we're going to be doing our Mythic Plus auditions for our Slaying It Online's Mythic Plus progression team. Everyone on the team will get 3.4k in the season. That's the goal. We're going to try to do that. We'll meet up once a week, every single week, and I will stream that content. So if you want to be a part of the Mythic Plus progression team for Slaying Online, the professional progression team that offers Mythic Plus carries for the guild and all those other things, then please let us know and be there on Monday night at 8 Central to participate. The main thing we're looking for is, like, we're not looking at skill. Obviously, we'd like to see you be able to do a lot of your mastery on your class and answer questions for us, but we're looking for consistency. We'd like to have one tank bench, one heal bench, and then 2 to 3 DPS on the bench, and then obviously our 3 main DPS. So about a team of 8. Because if we can have 8, then we can run 2 Mythic Plus carry groups every single week. And that would be massive for the community, to be able to get Mythic Plus 10, Mythic Plus 12 carries, getting done by 2 groups on our Mythic Plus carry day, which is going to be Tuesday nights. Is it a guild I have to join? Not at all. You don't have to join the guild if you don't want to, but it is highly recommended that you do. Makes it a lot easier for you to be approachable and help out others in the community and in the guild. As long as you're in the Discord, you'll be fine. The Discord is the mandatory. The guild is recommended. I know that everyone has like their friends that they're in guilds with, and that's basically all guilds are now. It's just social corners for Discord. Speaking of that, there's going to be Discord integration in 12.07. I know, absolutely wild. I don't know how that's going to work out, but there's going to be an access to Discord via the social tab somehow, some way. Thank you for that follow, Wise. Welcome in. Welcome into SIO. Follows, chats, and shares extend the stream. Coins extend the stream by 1 second per coin. And a heart me, which you should do every single stream, will extend the stream by 2 minutes. That's going to be your most value for coins. Always make sure you guys use a heart me every stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. We're currently working on our Omnium foil quest, showcasing that it does take a little bit to get done, but you do want to prioritize getting this done before 12.1 starts. Thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. I'm going to try my best here. I think it's Dioina. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to SIO. Did we open up our field? Oh my god, my bags are so freaking full. We're gonna do the bag add-on thing here once we get back to the city. This is a perfect time to demonstrate how good that add-on is, and I cannot wait to download it and showcase it and see if it works. Honestly, it's gonna be a test. I have no idea. We're at 85% here. And we have 2 particles, I think, for our Omnium foil. They wanted us to do 5 Void Assaults. I believe this is also giving us progress towards the seasonal grind for this. If we go to our adventure guide, we'll see in the reputation area in the journeys, there is a ritual site section. I'm going to put this on my show as action bar or show as experience bar so that way we can see if this goes up or not with completing these. I believe it is, but I'm 3 out of 8 on that, so hopefully we can finish that before 12.1 drops as well. We've got a couple goals set for ourselves. Overall, I think I had a very successful 12.0 season 1. I achieved 3.4k. We got 2,000 2k in PvP, 3.4k Mythic Plus. We didn't get ahead of the curve on Lura, but we did get ahead of the curve on everything else. We got Mythic Sporegar done. We are doing Cutting Edge, Crown of the Cosmos tomorrow morning. Maybe we can go in there and try to get Crown of the Cosmos or Lura Mythic attempts in. I believe they've got a Lura lockout as well. We'll see if we kill Crown. And if so, then we can go into Lura, which would be cool. Then I'd get Cutting Edge and ahead of the curve. All in the last weekend before 12.1 drops. That's the way to do it, baby. I was invited to those guilds. I'm not paying for a carry, but thank you so much, chat, thinking that I would. They're all like paying for Cutting Edge at the end of the season is crazy. It's like, no, sorry, I didn't pay for that. I'm just someone who is cute and gets invited into raids. Maybe take a shower. No, it's because I'm a streamer, obviously. I don't even know if I'll be streaming the content of the Mythic Raid. Probably not, because I don't want to be embarrassed. Alright, we have to kill the 3 Revenants. So I'm guessing those are the 3 yellow circles now. Hey, this one's already being attacked. Perfect. Yo, a Necromancer made it its way into retail. Just a Death Knight. I'm not doing a good enough job of tracking my tip of the spear procs when I'm on survival or my kill command procs. Right? My Nature's Ally procs. You have to make sure you have Nature's Ally up before you ever cast kill command. It just adds extra damage to your rotation. It's quite literally the only thing you have to pay attention to as a Beastmaster Hunter, and I've just not been paying attention to it. Just been hitting Cobra, or what is that? Cobra shot? Just on cooldown, and that is not how you play this spec. That's funny. I'm dumb. It happens. We're all mad here. Oh my gosh, I just got like the craziest urge to go watch Alice in Wonderland. Thank you, ADHD. Can't wait to watch that movie on my break and then get disappointed. Nice. Alright, so we're getting them automatically. We're not getting them from the field pouches. So we have to just complete 2 more of those. I do not have the bag space. We have to go back to Silvermoon. So let's go ahead and hearth back to Silvermoon. And then we'll go back and do the last 2 more of those to continue our Omnium foil. I'll be right back. Gonna main Hunter? I always main Hunter. I will have a seasonal character though. A different main, if you will. So the seasonal character is gonna be whatever is currently meta. I don't know if I'm gonna heal, tank, or DPS yet. We will be going to the PTR on Monday morning and dabbling with meta decisions for everybody that whole week. I don't know if we're gonna be the PTR that whole week. It depends on how much I finish out of my seasonal goals today. You guys have every opportunity to extend this stream like crazy, even get me all the way to Monday. The timer is running. Chats, shares, coins, and follows all will extend the stream. Coins are your best value, a second per coin, and the heart me adds 2 minutes. So if you guys are here and you have 1 coin, send a heart me, it'll add 2 minutes to my timer. Okay, we're back. All right, so we have to log out actually, and we're gonna look for Baginator on our add-ons. Boo-doo-doo. Baginator is going to be an add-on that I discovered with Ascension, and I loved how it cleaned up your bags and made it so easy to sort out the junk, and it also separated stuff into class sets. It's just such a beautiful looking bag add-on. Now we have to go into Zygor, turn off our bag add-on, and also see if we can get Baginator actually installed on retail. You main Hunter, but you also main other classes? Well, I don't get what you mean. Okay. My main is a Hunter. This is how I always describe it to people and what I recommend people do as well. Every single season should be treated a little differently. Your main character is what you identify as no matter what is going on in the game class-wise, okay? So whatever you closely resemble yourself in real life and what you want to be represented as in-game will always be your main character, okay? So I am a Hunter main. I will always be a Hunter main. It is my entire personality, and I love going around and getting those pets. It's my favorite thing in the entire world to do. Now, a season drops, you might not have a meta spec or a spec on that character, on that class, that is good enough to do high-end content solo. What that means is, if you are trying to do a plus 20 right now, if you are not an AUG, a Death Knight, or a Devo, you might not get invited into groups. Your class might just literally be glazed over. Even if you're like 296 eye level, you still might not be getting invited into groups. Now, that's not obviously guaranteed, but you will have an easier time as a solo character if you play a meta spec. So every single season, I always try to have one seasonal character that I only do Mythic Plus, Raid, PvP, whatever is currently the end season goal for me on a seasonal meta character. If there's a Hunter spec that is meta, win-win. Awesome. I get to play my main character through the end game content. Now, as my main class is Hunter, I'm going to go through the campaign, get all the reputations, get all the collectibles, do my weekly activities on my main class, on my Hunter, but I will log on to my seasonal character for Mythic Plus progression, for Raid progression, basically just all the end game stuff. I'll probably also get a lot of that done on my Hunter just because I have the time to be able to play and main 2 characters. There's actually a part of me that wants to do one for each spec. So that would be a main Hunter, then I would have a range DPS, melee DPS, tank, and a healer that would be meta pushing progression for Mythic Plus healing or raids and PvP. I don't know if I'm going to play retail that much in season 2, so I'm going to look for just one seasonal main character that pushes the end game content, and then my hunter, which I will go through and do all of the collectibles, reputation, questing, campaign content on. Hopefully that cleared that up a little bit. But that is always my goal. I always recommend that people do that if you play solo. If you have friends, it does not matter. You can do Mythic Plus 25s. If you have a good friend group, even on off-meta characters, you could still get those accomplished and achieved, because the balancing in World of Warcraft is actually pretty good nowadays, so where you can get that done. But if you are solo, you might want to have a meta character. Baginator. Hello? Curseforge? Thank you. Search. Also, do we want to be playing some music? What are we feeling, guys? Are we feeling some rock and roll, some classic rock? Let's get that going right now. We kind of ran with like the in-game music for a little bit, but it was it's always the same. It's the same song every single time, so it's kind of, it gets old pretty quickly. Let us play some classic rock, I think. Perfect. Baginator. Make sure this is the right one. This is really struggling to exist right now. There we go. I don't know why CurseForge is laggy as much as it is, but it's chill. Why do you think you're not going to play much of Season 2? I will be playing a lot of Season 2. I don't know if I'm going to play Season 2 to the point of having 6 characters. I'm definitely going to get my 3.4K or whatever the goal will be for getting the saddle. I will always get the saddle. I will always get the PvP mount, the heroic raids completed across the board. Yes, this is the one I want. Look how it separates everything. Food, consumables, quest items, potions. It doesn't matter where they actually are located in your bags. This will automatically separate it into its own categories, so it keeps your bags clean no matter how disorganized you are as a human being. And I'm a very disorganized human being.
For a couple seconds.
My mic did? Weird. I think it's because bagging.
On TikTok.
Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, it looks like CurseForge is causing some frame rate drops. It's installing. It's taking its time. That's because I'm updating like all of my other add-ons. Chatty NPCs are voiceover. No worries, just little frame rate drops. We're chill, we're fine. No big deal. While we're here, we can do some dinosaur stuff. Missed that coin. Ba-da-dum. You know what? Let's actually do that real fast. See if there's any websites. Meta specs 12.1 preview. Wow. You see what AI says? What does AI say for what is meta specs? Do not trust this. This is just a joke, but I'm interested. In World of Warcraft Midnight, patch 12.1 PTR testing, the metaspecs are solidifying following major week 6 tuning adjustments. The patch features a 25% increase to player health and enemy damage, heavily emphasizing consistent rotational damage over burst windows. Assassination Rogue is an S tier, Elemental Shaman is S tier, Marksmanship Hunter is A+ tier. Raid encounters. On an automated solo battleground blitz, so balance getting any of this information. Midnight 12.1 SBA tier list, best single. And I generally use Epic Carry. WoW Season 2 Mythic Plus Meta Guide. This is SSE Gold. Our redesigned dungeon pool have completely broken down the old hierarchies. If you want to keep up with the top ranks and successfully roll a powerful ult, you must align your character choices with the emerging meta. Ready to fast track your progression without the endless gear grind? Save hundreds of hours and jump straight into high keys with the secure SSE Gold WoW website. Okay, top tank rankings. Protection Paladin, that one is pretty obvious. All of the testing that's been going on, including Team Liquid, has been saying they might even run 2 Protection Paladins in their raid, Race to World First, Mythic Race to World First, because Protection Paladin is just that crazy overpowered this season so far. Looks like Protection Warrior is going to get some love this season as well, which is good because they were kind of forgot about in the previous season. And Guardian Druid is going to be a B tier. Everything's going to fall off after that. DPS rankings for burst AoE takeovers. We have Arcane Mage, which is S tier. This is what I have been projecting as my seasonal main, is Arcane Mage. So we will dabble on the PTR on Monday with them and see if we actually enjoy their rotation or understand it. The melee is going to be Frost Death Knight as S tier. Our Retribution Paladin and Elemental Shaman will both be A tier. Ellie Shaman would be a great secondary for me. I love Ellie Shaman's playstyle. I really love how they've got a good proc system. Their average, just like random elemental shards mastery, is one of the coolest looking abilities in the game. So if I don't like Arcane Mage, it seems like Elemental Shaman might be worth trying out as well. And then top healer rankings, Preservation Evoker. Getting some good love, it looks like, based off of the testing. Preservation sits firmly at the top of the healing ladder and powered by targeted low target healing buffs and highly mobility burst rotations. They navigate heavy group wide damage spikes easily. And then Restoration Shamans being A tier. So Resto Shaman's kind of still staying in a good spot from the previous season, so that's good for this. What site is this? This is called ssegold.com. We literally just Googled meta and went to this website. No idea if this is a viable research or site, but I can tell you Protection Paladin's been what I've been estimating. Arcane Mage has been what I've been estimating. Didn't hear about Elemental Shaman, but I'm happy to hear about that. And Preservation Evoker I also didn't know about. So we do have our Evoker completely leveled up. We do have a Mage ready to go. We do not have a Shaman. So this weekend I'll be focusing on leveling up and getting my Shaman all the way to max level via time walking. We do have our Paladin leveled up. So we do have our tank spec ready to go. We have our DPS spec ready to go. We have our healer spec ready to go. We have our Hunter, which is going to be Marksmanship Hunter. They're going to be an A tier spec as well. So that's going to be pretty good for us to play on our Hunter. And then Elemental Shaman would be a good secondary. Melee wise, I don't have a Death Knight leveled, but I do have Ret Paladin because the Paladin's obviously there too. So if Ret Paladin is good enough to be able to get through it, then I'll have a melee character to swap to whenever I need to as well. Check in on our Curse Forge. Still taking its time. Do I really need all these voiceovers? I just need the one for midnight, right? I guess the rest of them are downloading. See if we can find a different website and see if that information lines up. I used to use Noxic all the time. Does Noxic still exist? Class guide, spec rankings, DPS rankings. Okay. Tier AoE and solo delves, you need to have Noxic Plus to be able to even see. Oh man, they're falling apart. Okay, Raid Boss Max, Raid Boss Real, One Button Assistant, and Chain Pulls. Pure AoE needs to be unlocked with Noxic Plus. Disgusting. I can't believe they have One Button Assistant on here. That's hilarious. This also isn't updated for 12.1. So Noxic is not that good. 12.1 tier ratings. What's Wowhead have? Let's check out Wowhead. Alright, so DPS tier list on Wowhead. Disclaimer about this tier list. On raid buffs in Midnight, most but not all classes have a fantastic raid buff that are hugely valuable in a mythic progression environment. If a raid boss does not have a copy of an important raid buff such as Mystic Touch, Devotion Aura, Power Word, Fortitude, or Mark of the Wild, they would almost always benefit by including one. Regardless of the relevant tiering below, the existence of these buffs also means that spec's relative values depend somewhat on the strength of the healer and tank specs of their class. If you're always getting your raid buff from a healing priest, for instance, Shadow Priest becomes a lot less vital if they're currently not in the tier list. This is a factor that our tier list does try to consider. How we rank the specs, they talk about all the rankings if you're interested in that, but let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Okay, looks like we have our Wowhead tier list. They say no DPS is S tier currently. Specs that we expect to dominate the compositions and the damage meters of raid comps. The average number of copies of specs in this tier is expected to be 2 or higher, as they bring tremendous amount of damage with useful damage profiles and often other helpful pieces of utility or defensive options, and they're saying none of them can be expected to be S tier currently. On their A tier list, in order, we have Unholy Death Knight and Devourer Demon Hunter. Retribution Paladin are all the 3 top. I guess Devourer is technically ranged, so really the 2 melee are going to be Unholy Death Knight and Retribution Paladin. Not really much different from this season, so is this actually 12.1? This is season 1. How do we get to season 2? Do they have season 2 available yet? Do. Okay, maybe they don't have season 2 yet. No, that says 12.1. I'm dumb. 12.1 is right. This is raid. Let's go to Mythic Plus. We don't really care about raid. Every class is viable in raid at some point. Still no S tier. But in 12.1, making sure season 1. No, this says season 1. Is that just a typo? Learn which specs are the best performing and who top damage dealers are for Mythic Plus in season 1. That's crazy. How is this saying 12.1 guide contents, but then it's also showing us a tier list for our season we're currently in? Pre-orders, Midnight Roadmap, Midnight Lore, Overview. Weird. Wowhead, you embarrass yourself every time. Midnight Season 1. Overview, rewards, cheat sheets, March. 12 point. Where's Season 2? They have nothing for Season 2? New types PTR2. Guess not. Interesting. Scroll through the retail news real fast just to see. PTR news and data mining recap. 12.1.5 build. Interesting that the 12.1.5 build is already out there. That's crazy. Midnight Season 2 Mythic Plus Dungeons test and tuning. This is gonna have DPS. Just dungeon tuning. I don't look at changes for dungeons on the PTR because they're not live, and I only look at the changes when they go live. Ooh, there's a new comic to look at as well. We'll take a peek at that later. Faction Spotlight. Craft New Adventures, the D&D. I did see that was happening. Renown rewards for 12.1 delves. We'll look at the August trading post as well. I forgot that we have to do that. Mythic 0 and Great Vault clarifications. More Mythic Plus dungeon tuning. Turbulent Time Waves. Flexible Mythic Raid Layer. 12.1 Curse Ulatech launches. Yeah, we got that. Taliesin and Avatar getting a full-on spotlight news article by them. Good for them. They deserve it. Wowhead does not currently have a tier list for 12.1. Music's been data mined. That's good. New release candidate. Okay. Moving on. Still downloading? Damn, Chatty NPC is a crazy freaking add-on. Recently updated. We do have Baconator on there now, so we can go on there now. Let's go! Disappointed in you, Wowhead, not having a theoretical tier list. Let's check Icy Veins one last time. The other meta website. Oh, they really changed their appearance. Good for them. To-do list, tier lists. Right there, 12.1. This still says season 1. They're afraid to do a seasonal tier list. They're both afraid to do a seasonal tier list for next season because there's going to be a lot of changes that happen between then and now. That's hilarious. They're scared to be wrong. Just put out like an estimate, you know what I mean? Like obviously there could be patch notes, but you could still be doing updates to it every single time. 12.1 PTR. Everything you need to know about 12.1 Season 2 Delves, Layers, Praise, Mythic Plus, Raid, PvP, all release dates, rewards, and more. That's a huge freaking article. We'll probably make a short on that article. Release schedule, we don't really care about. We'll be going live the moment the raid starts. That's all I care about. Reaches release candidate. Okay. No, yeah, they don't have a tier list either. All right. We tried both of the meta specs. What are you going to do? World of Warcraft is currently loading up. All right. That was a fun little dive. Hopefully Baconator actually works and that wasn't totally a waste of time. That would suck. But it seems like regardless, both of those are going to say all the websites that are courageous enough to put out a tier list right now that I've seen, and from my testing, Arcane Mage is going to be in a very good spot. Protection Paladin is going to be in a very good spot. Those are the two that I can almost guarantee are going to be somewhat meta next season. Everything else is going to be still subject to changes and patch notes and what's going to be your play style and everything else. Prez Evoker was an interesting selection there, though. I'm interested to see if Prez Evoker actually does make it into the meta chain. Because that would mean Evoker had a top tier 5 spec, both patches, this expansion. Let's turn off the in-game music. Lower this one down just a smidge. Come on. Dude, my game always freaks out. Come on, WoW, let's go. We just want to play some games. I just want to be a gamer. Yes, it figured it out. Audio and music. Perfect. Entering the world. I don't need to see my character enter the world. I can do it blind. So, we got to go back to Zoloman, finish up those last 2 ritual sites, but before we do that, we're going to go through the August trading post and clear up my bags for Season 2. Got to see how we can turn off the bag version of the add-on for Zygor guides. I think it's a very easy, like just click, 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 unselect bags, but it's been a minute since I've been nitpicky about what add-on portion of Zygor I let through, so that might take a second for me to navigate those menus. Our goal is always going to be 2 daily super fans or 2 subs on the Purple app. If you guys would like to help us out, that is the best way to monetarily support my channel. It gives us a consistent form of income that we can rely on and also invest the company or invest back into the company consistently. That's how we're able to get this new lighting structure. That's why I was able to upgrade my camera. All of these things are due to the incredible support of my super fans and subscribers. So special thank you to my super fan club and my subscribers out there. You guys are the reason I'm able to continue to do this, and I appreciate your continued support. Thank you. I really can't believe we're 10 days away from Curse of Ulatek. That is so cool. It's been a minute. It took us a while to get here, but we are moving into season 2 here shortly. I'm excited to just get back into Mythic Plus dungeons. Specifically excited about getting into the new dungeon, the new Curse of Ulatek dungeon that I've not even seen or done yet. So, new content, and hopefully it's a good dungeon. Hopefully it doesn't absolutely kick rocks and suck. I'm excited. I hope it's gonna be fun. I think we did do a trial of the dungeon on the PTR, now that I'm thinking about it, but it was maybe not memorable enough for me to even acknowledge anything about it. I think maybe if we go back in there, when we do go back in there when the season drops, I'll get like all of the memory recycles. Nice. Okay. Decide which kind of bags you want. This can be changed later. Category bags. Yes. Look at that. Insane. Okay. And Zygor guides already got nullified. Perfect. Look at all our currencies down here. Perfect. Now let's go to a vendor. Zygor requires an update, but they can wait. I'm not updating them. Hello. Thank you for having a vendor mount right here. Let's sell all of our junk. Okay. Only 47 slots. These are all of our professional gear or professional items. So I'm going to go through these real fast and sell the stuff that we don't need, especially old content stuff. Fuse Vitality. We're not going to need any sparks of radiance. Crafting, crafting, crafting. Sky shards. Ooh, I don't already only have 100 sky shards. I'm actually surprised by that. Beastmaster PvP. Survival. These are just extra weapons. So I can sell all these safely is what you're saying. Looks like I can. Oh, the Cloak of Coordination I need to recategorize as miscellaneous. Otherwise I will vendor that bitch on accident. Why do I have tabards in my bag, bro? I think I'm holding on to that. This is easier to track, dude. I'm so happy about this. This is awesome. Okay, combine 4 delicious spore snacks to befriend a luminous spore glider. I think that's going to be something in that zone. Reflecting prism we like. The loot radar. Yep, we're fine with that. Vile essence. Yep, we need a lot more of that to get that mount too. We need 1,000 of that. I need to figure out how to farm that up better. Selling both of those. Look at this. Nice. And more health potions as well. We have that potion of recklessness. Good. And then we've got our weapon oils. Does that only stack to 20? That only stacks to 20. That's crazy. Okay. Our bags are way cleaner now. Now we can see down here. These are all our miscellaneous. Use, release the nebulous, create a, oh sweet. We can actually fish up some stuff later. Nice. All right. We have 92 open slots. Perfect. Let's head on over to the Void Assaults. No, wait, sorry. Let's do our August trading post review real fast. I really hope I got the July trading post complete. I don't know if I actually finished it or not, and I forgot to check it yesterday when I was on. That's okay. I'd like to see what you have available.
Welcome to the grand collaboration between the Zenshiri Trading Post and the TW Trading Post.
Ooh. Starting off with a transmog, we have the Villagers Seaside Attire. It looks like we might have a blue theme here, with the seaside coloration being this month's color. Some firework launchers, even though July was fireworks. Pretty interesting. Ooh, I like that spark wheel. That's cool. Chillbot. That's a cute little companion. We have a rosy version of all of the rockets. I probably won't be getting any of those, but if you like to do a firework transmog, you can. We have a crimson apron, a violet apron. We have the cloudy sweatsuit. I always call that the Rocky transmog. The cloudy garb, bot wrangler's belt that goes with the companion. The blue eye patch, the blue knitted hat, a blue crown, the gunslinger blue lid. We have the skirts. We have the skirt with the leggings. We have the snowy top hat. I've not seen that one yet. The bandit cloudy high boots. Those are some really interesting, very shiny black boots. The double buckler. Why is there two buckles? It's kind of pointless. A lot of freaking clothes here. Nothing really that interesting, not gonna lie. The belt is interesting, but like, if you wanted to go for, that kind of looks like a cloth belt, but it looks like you can transmog it to anything, so not a bad choice if you're going for something a little bit specific. We have so that same sort of cloth wrapping on the boots, and that is it. There is no new mount. For this month, they have a repeat mount if you didn't get to this the first time, but no new mount. And then there are other returning items. Is this still July? Are we July 31st? Is that what's happening right now? Am I dumb? Oh, we're July 31st. This is still July's. Okay. Whew. I was gonna say, I was like, wait, no, I didn't buy that before. Traveler's log. Oh, I have not finished this season. I have 150 more points to do, so let's keep going doing some voice alts. I thought we were in August already. My bad. I'm super dumb. Super dumb. We're still in July, so if you guys haven't finished up your monthly seasonal progression like I haven't, you have time to be able to go do that. Thank goodness. I was worried about it, and I don't think I've ever missed a month. That is how much I did not play during the month of July. I did not complete the monthly seasonal pass. We get the red rocket mount for doing that, so let's go finish that up. Should be okay with just doing the activities that we are to finish it, but if not, I'll do like a Mythic Plus dungeon or something, like I said at the end of this, to get it done. Where are you taking me? Ooh, over here to the northeast. Got it. All the way on that island. There's also a different world quest there that we can complete while we're there. Why not? Oop, rare. Weird. My macro still does not want to work even though I updated the add-on. Oh well. Man, if the mount dropped right there, that would have been so sick. But it's okay. No worries. How do we get more Vile Essence? I've wanted to farm this up because there's a really cool mount that you get for this, but you need 1,000 of it to open up that chest. And every time, why did it just change again on me? Well, I guess there's a rare over here, so it's fine, but like, what the heck? Our void assaults just, once they're completed, they move, and there's just a lot of people at that other one. Third time it's changed in like a minute. I think we have time to get over there. We're probably jumping, like, we're shard hopping right now. Going between the instances is my guess of why it's in 2 different spots. Stay over there this time, please. Doo-doo. I'm down now. So now my main focus is going to be finishing up my monthly category. Because I only have today to do that. That's got to be my new priority. Might just run that delve as well, just to get some extra progress towards it. There's got to be stuff in there that says, do a delve.
This darkness is corrupting the
We were here earlier. It's already at 20%. Nice. There are people helping out right now. That's going to make these go by nice and fast. We only need to do 2 more. There's a boomkin here. Boom is going to be really good in PvP next season. They're getting an upgrade to Boomkin's Rage, which if you don't know what that is, that's the ability that lets you cast your star falls, your instant, like, filler AoE ability every time you take damage. I believe it's randomly has a chance to trigger. I think the change that they're doing next season is that it will always trigger if you get crit. So if you get a crit against you, you'll be able to get instant cast Starfalls all the time. Not Starfalls, sorry, Star Surge? I can't remember the name of the filler AoE ability, but Starfire? I don't know. I don't play Boomkin. Whatever that is, you'll get instant casts of that a lot more than you already do, which is just going to increase your damage output potential whenever you get focused. Which in a 2 situation is going to be really good for you because you're going to stop getting focused and they're going to start focusing the healer. And generally that's good for the healer too, because it's a lot easier for a lot of the healers to keep themselves alive than it is to keep someone else alive. So all of that means and equals out to be Boomkins should be pretty good for PvP. As long as there's not a different change that happens. At least in the testing that I've seen. It's going to be fun to play PvP on Marksmanship Hunter this season. They always have such a cool way of playing PvP because you basically start in stealth and then you do a crazy burst opener. And then you just survive long enough until you get your second burst opener, and then you win. And that's Marksmanship PvP in a bundle, and it's awesome. If you've never played Marksmanship PvP, it takes a little bit to understand your rotation and how you should start and position yourselves and how to use pillars properly and all that kind of stuff. But once you figure it out, I think it's the best spec to play PvP on. It's the most satisfying when you do it well. There's nothing like one popping someone at the very beginning of an instance in a solo shuffle, and the healer goes, "What the hell just happened?" And you go, "I happened. It was me." There's just something really fun about that. All right, got an achievement there. Another fill patch. More alkaloids. Ooh, this thing has not moved yet. And it's to the southwest. Perfect. Did we get some more progress on that? Yes. Okay, we need 100 more points. Complete quests. Just 3 more quests, and we will get that done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. It's fun to be able to go into retail World of Warcraft and just do these kind of like self-grindy streams and know that I can still get some feedback on them and you guys are still interested in just hanging out with me. It's the reason why we do this. I try to keep it as entertaining as possible always. That's literally my goal. If there's ever anything I'm doing that's not entertaining, just let me know. If you guys ever have questions about anything going on in the world, I'm also willing to talk about pretty much all of that. Helps me create content, so always ask questions, especially about the games that I'm playing, but you can also ask questions about other things going on, and I'll always give my input or opinion on it if you're interested. But it's fun to have these kind of like chill farmy streams. I don't get to do these that often. I'm not confident that they do that well. So whenever I do get feedback on them and you guys do like them, it really motivates me and encourages me to continue to make them. The best way for you to show that support is just by being here chatting with me. So if you guys like the content, just hang out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Keep forgetting my camera's here now. I'm gonna make that mistake about 100 more times. Someone don't make a montage about every time I look this way to look at the camera and it's just not there. Not me not knowing my camera cues. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, these assaults are kind of chill. I don't think they're really enjoyable content. Filling out that progress bar has always been the weakest version of a world quest in my opinion. It makes sense when it was the bonus objective thing that they were doing in Legion when they implemented this sort of fill out bar. I mean, I guess they implemented it with the Azura sites in Warlords of Draenor, but they really doubled down on it in Legion. It's just not the most entertaining thing for me to do. I do like that you can do anything to get it done, and it's not, hey, go over there and click 10 pots. But there's a nostalgic factor for me that likes those type of quests. I like going to a quest vendor or quest hub, grabbing the 3 or 4 different world quests or the weekly quests, and then going and completing those and then turning those in. That's my preferred version of farming, and we actually had that come back and make a resurgence with these the soiree, the Everstone Woods soiree. You had to go there to the quest hub, grab an actual... Ooh, hello. Why did you spawn, sir? You drop something fun? Grab the quests, go out into the world, do those quests, and I think that's just so much more iconic to a World of Warcraft reputation than going out and doing the sort of fill up the circle, fill up the zone, and call it a day. I got bad news though, because in our PTR testing of 12.1, this is the weekly quest. It is a variant of this. You'll have to do 3 of these a week, where you go out to an area, fill out the bar, and move on to the next one. Because it is a weekly and it is tied to the reputation, there's elite mobs, there's some tough mechanics. It'll be harder for a couple classes to solo that activity, and as the season gets longer and longer, as it trudges forward, you will have less assistance in those, as I'm having less assistance in these ones, which makes the activity feel harder to complete, more tedious to complete. But yes, we will be doing a fill-up bar activity weekly reputation grind once again in 12.1. It's kind of a shame. I really wish they had a better creative reputation for that season. I also don't mind when they do a reputation tied to like raising an animal. As a hunter main, I always like bond with that type of content quickly. For example, the Wind Serpent reputation in Pandaria, where you go there every day and you do a couple quests resulting in you growing this Wind Serpent, right? Hatching it and raising it from birth to becoming a mount. I think that type of reputation style is my favorite. They've implemented that system a couple different times. Sometimes it's just like a mob that you go to every day, like Blanchy, Sinful Blanchy in Shadowlands, but they need to do more of that. I like going and raising something and taming it over the course of like a couple weeks. I think that's or a couple days. It's just such a very interesting concept. Very realistic, rather than just like looting a bear out of a box and getting that mount. They're both fine, sure, but
for some Revan Tusk, these recovered relics are all they
blame a guy for trying to have some fun. And I'm getting nothing out of those field accolades. I know that you can get like the transmog gear, or you can get mounts and stuff like that from them, but I'm literally getting like not even gear from it. But we are ready to turn that in, so let's hearth again. And head on over to our Omnium foil and continue that up. We have 18 minutes left on the stream timer. That is manipulatable by you guys in chat. If you guys chat, share, or follow, you are able to manipulate the stream. I think my Tickfinity crashed, so I'm gonna go ahead and restart it. If you've been chatting this whole time, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna add 10 minutes to the timer just in case, because when you guys chat, it should extend the stream, but my Tickfinity crashed, so it could have totally missed that this whole time. Let me add 10 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 27 minutes left on the timer still with those additions. I didn't expect these Omnium foil quests to be actually going to do something. I thought it was going to be, hey, go talk to the guy, get the thing, go talk to the guy, get the thing. It's cool that they're sending us off into the world to do this activity. They added more effort to this than I thought they did. That's very interesting. They are kind of tedious tasks, don't get me wrong, but if you did them all 1 week at a time, it wouldn't feel so tedious. 2 hours in, and we only have our 3rd upgrade. So 2 more quests. There's got to be a portal that takes us over there, right? There's a portal back, but if there's a portal that takes us over there, I don't know where it is. Maybe I do? I think it's actually somewhere over here, right? Could be wrong. Alright, either way. It doesn't take that much effort to fly over to it. Ooh, there was some news that I wanted to talk about earlier, but I forgot about. So guys, did you see the potential leak that there's going to be collector's editions, if you will, for lack of a better word, per patch? I don't know if they're ever going to actually implement that, but there was a Blizzard leak that they're going to start releasing a collector's edition purchase with each patch. So Curse of Ulatek would have a digital collector's purchase, right? That will have a mount, probably a transmog, and maybe like a character level boost. That was the big sort of, oh my god, no way they would ever release that per a season. So season 2 drops, you can get the collector's edition of season 2, basically like a battle pass purchase. It's all really bad. None of it should exist, but if it is real, would you be someone that would buy it? You get a free mount that is cosmetic towards the patch, you'd get a transmog to start you off, and potentially a character boost to get you like situated into the season in a really good spot. I personally think that's a bad idea.
Whether it is void flecked or entwined with foreign strands of our,
but it might be possible.
The ley energy you brought will get us a more accurate reading. Ideally, we can determine the sort of impact these magics have on our ley lines to help us discover what that means for the Dawnwell. Return to us later. There is work to be done here, and new rooms for you to examine.
I think it would be worth it if they added a house, a complete retransformation of your house, a mount, and a transmog. That way you could go into the season with the full aesthetic of that season, of a warrior who's ready for that season. So Curse of Ulatek would have like maybe a really cool cave style mount or a house with like obviously like the green lava and everything else.
The effects of trace amounts of foreign magic coalescing with the ley lines.
You let me know if you think that would be interesting or not.
Compare these results against a pure
there was some leaks about it.
Energy. Your task is to track down a prime essence of magic, be it arcane, void, light, or other, and acquire it from its deadly source.
So how do you want me
I had
to?
nearly forgotten how beautiful the Omnium was. There is something nostalgic about it.
The Ranger Captain.
Hey, what is the magical prime essence? Collect one prime essence of magic from any final dungeon or delve boss, illustrious contenders strongbox, or a Sporefall raid, or the Sporefall raid. Okay. Let's grab our Omnium foil ability, and then let's do a bountiful delve all the way to the south. I hate that delve. Let's go do a Toloman instead. That one I can at least like cheese and get it done quickly. If they portioned the price out properly, you got a character boost, you got a housing item, you got a mount, and you got a transmog, maybe even a companion that you could purchase per a season. And then also I wouldn't mind a free seasonal battle pass, but the purchase would give you an extra experience gain for it, right? So you wouldn't get free tiers and there wouldn't be stuff behind the paywall of the seasonal pass, but just like kind of how Sea of Thieves does it, where it's a free pass every single season that gives you a bunch of different cosmetics and unlocks. That's kind of what reputations do anyways, but just an additional one that would be more maybe stuff that's not necessarily completely related to a rep or the content in that season, but just like fun cosmetics. And then the collector's edition would give you extra experience gain towards that pass. I would actually be interested in buying that. Like, within means, right? The last housing item that was a full-on house transformation was $70 on the frickin' store. So I would buy that pass that came with experience towards the seasonal battle pass, a mount, a companion, a transmog, a character boost, and a housing item for 70 bucks. I think they'd actually sell those a lot. That comes with a pretty decent amount of stuff for $70. Selling just a house for $70 is greedy as hell. And a lot of people bought it. It wasn't my aesthetic, so I didn't purchase it. It was like a copy-paste version of the house I had already made myself. But yeah, let me know if you guys would buy that. I saw it on Reddit the other day. Could have been completely fake, but a seasonal collector's edition. And it wasn't even seasonal. They said per a major patch. So it would be like the 0.1s, maybe even the 0.5s. I think sometimes they count those as major patches too. All right, all we have to do is rescue some cubs. So let's kill some stuff while we rescue these cubs. Valera, are you tanking? Oh, she's tanking. I gotta fix her. I don't have a way of healing her. Oh yeah, I do actually. I forgot. She's supposed to be in tank spec. I just have to attack her little ghosty. It's been a minute since I've played. I would have put her back on healing spec just because that's like what my rot brain from the war within was on. You must be a healer when you play DPS. Must be a DPS when you play spec. Must be a tank when you play heals. I'm glad that they mixed it up a little bit where you could diversify your Valera depending on your playstyle. Hey Matt, thanks buddy. You're a cutie. We have 2 of these. Doing some AoE. Did you see that Rep Paladin's gonna be pretty good, Matt? A tier currently is the estimation for Rep Pally. Damn, yeah, that's sick. 2K, 200K is sick. I think my cap is like 130, 140. And I'm okay with that. That's more than enough to get stuff done that I wanted to get done. Oh, I mean, I got 3.4K done, so that's pretty good. Looting these, moving on. Oh, there's one more in here. You didn't join us, sir? I pulled that whole room. You just wanted to sit in your corner? Like his Blair Witch Project? You psycho? Damn, dude, she just one-shot that thing. Valera just went crazy on that. Alright, let's free these and head over to the next. Yeah, the last 2. Oh, I think I might have a map as well. If I don't have a map, I definitely think I've got a beacon. Let me check. Loot radar, why not? At least use one of those. Those might go away this season. But do I not have a...
It was funny in a 14 because everything dies so fast 19-20s it makes more sense to be there.
Very true. No, like getting 200K in a 14, that's crazy. Everything dies way too fast for that to be possible, right? It's impressive, man. Nice. Okay, that's all our crafting reagents. Where is our... Do I not have a map or a beacon? Guess not. Guess not. We looked though.
This was your failure.
I think my Valera is completely maxed out as well. That might be something else you might want to try to do this season. More 19s today? You're gonna try to continue to do 19s. Are you in the 1%? Do you know for sure? Is there a way to track that? How do you track that? Because the only reason to be doing Mythic Plus keys at that level is if you're even close to getting to the 1%. if you're like, if they're doing plus 20s and plus 30s to get to the 1%, 3950. All right. Do 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 do. You gotta be close. Where are you at? 3950 is not too bad. Do 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 do. Ooh.
I have done maybe 15 dungeons I need in 3 weeks.
Okay.
It was your failure.
So a slow grind. That's a lot of growth you still gotta do, brother. I'm wishing you the best of luck. There might be a level to just not stressing yourself out about it, you know? Working on... I mean, if that's all you're doing in the game anyways, yeah. It depends on if you have everything done from the season. I would focus on seasonal goals, not necessarily just Mythic Plus goals. But you never stop playing, so I'm assuming you probably have like everything done. Like your ritual sites are probably maxed out. Mine aren't. Your Delve season's probably done. Your Valeria's probably maxed out. You probably got everything done you wanted to. I'm definitely rooting for you. I'd love an SIO member to get 1%. I know that we're gonna have a couple people get it. Like Luxie's gonna probably get it. There's gonna be a few. It's your... That's what you're looking for, max gear level. I actually kind of want to try something this season on my hunter. It might sound crazy, but I kind of want to replace my gear completely with gear that I get from the season. The moment I get it. I want to restart my character from scratch. I know, that sounds crazy, but I think that would make a very enjoyable experience. I love that aspect of like Diablo resets and seasonal resets to where when I open up, when I kill my first rare on the new island, I'm going to get a green hat, like a helmet, right? I will replace my 298 green helmet
That's the best you can do.
with like whatever the green helmet would be. So if it was like a 250 helmet, right? I would replace that with it because I want to have completely new seasonal gear. I think that'd be just such a fun idea to do. You go on vacation for 12 days next week, so I could probably push 1% if I felt like I wanted to. Yeah, I mean... Oh, you mean like you're gonna have 12 days off from IRL stuff that you'll have to be able to focus on doing whatever you want. But that's your vacation time. If World of Warcraft is vacation for you, then by all means, take a staycation and play. I would say enjoy your vacation. I was the type of guy who brought a laptop on my vacations so that way I could play WoW at night and still be committed to like Mythic Plus progressions and my raids. I never abandoned my raids and my raid nights. I literally would get home from like, we left Disney World early so that way I could raid that night one time on vacation with Vic.
This is for you.
I've definitely done that. I've been that guy before, so no judgment here. I still probably would. If I had a laptop that was capable, I still probably would, but the last couple of times I've gone on vacation, I don't bring my computer.
It's just family coming into town for a few days, then they leave and I am at home by myself.
Ooh, okay. Well, then you've got plenty of time to be able to play. I'm excited about it. Are you going to be auditioning for our Mythic Plus progression team, Matt? You're definitely someone on the list that I would love to bring into the fold. Luxie as well. I want to see what Luxie's availability is and what your availability is. I want to get everyone who does Mythic Plus progression still and put them on underneath the SIO banner. I would love to sponsor Luxie's streams as well and get him a little bit more involved with SIO. It's always while I'm at work. It's so funny. Yeah, we just have to get together and see what availability everyone is. We just need 1 day a week where we get on committed to run high keys as a group. I would like to have 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 3 DPS with another 2 DPS No, 4 DPS is all we need. 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4 DPS. I want 8 people on the team, because if there's 8 people on the team, then when we do our Mythic Plus carries, we can run 2 groups, which would be so huge. And one streamer could be running one group, and the other streamer would be running the other group, right? So I would imagine Luxie would be the one running in the other group. I think it'd be fun.
Now strike.
Someone got to go put the worm in Luxie's ear so we can get the ball rolling on that conversation now. Oh my god, I'm 30 seconds early on my hero. I'm so dumb. It'd be great for SIO and for the content creation team. Oh, this is kind of like a fun little boss. We're getting like waves here. If he streams, thanks, Matt. Appreciate you. Put the little worm in his ear, and I'll reach out professionally just to see what his availability is.
Speak no more.
One of you would probably have to hop off of Pally, though. Not gonna lie. That would just be what we would need for the team.
Speak no more.
And they would probably end up... I'd probably be asking Luxie, because Ret Pally's going to be A tier, where I don't know where Holy Paladin's going to be next season. They'd be fine in the group. Honestly, Double Paladin would be iconic to be able to accomplish 3.4k and get it with 2 Paladins. It'd just like prove the point that like meta doesn't matter. Class comp doesn't matter. As long as you're good players, you can get it done. That would actually be a really cool statement.
Try harder next time.
Ba-na-na. Doo-doo-doo. Good job, Val. You killed it. Let me heal my pet.
This is for you.
Oh, those spawned right on me. Lucky. Oof. My pet's like taking a significant amount of damage. They're not even tanking. There's a lot of AoE going on over there or something. Noise. Boom. I'm probably gonna actually do that idea. I'm probably, when I get into the season, every piece of gear that I get, I will replace with a weaker version of it from that season to do a full restart on my gear collection for that character. I think that'd just be so cool. I also want to turn off my transmog.
One moment.
So that way I can kind of see what my character looks like. We got our Cracked Keystone quest. Man, how many bonus rolls do I have? Holy's gonna be S tier. Look, then it might be meta anyways. It might be meta anyways. Earthing again? Damn, that tea is running through me. That's the coffee and the tea. I gotta go pee. We have 10 minutes left on stream, chat. 10 minutes. I will activate a like-a-thon for 500 coins. Or you guys can save it. But I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Is that it? Is that the portal? Not the right portal. Yo, guys, do you know the Argentina still exists? I guess this is still something you can go to and do weekly, do some old world content if you're bored. I forgot about that entirely until I just walked through that. That's hilarious. Prop Paladin's also going to be S tier, right? So all 3 Paladin specs are going to be crazy. That'd be hilarious to have all 3 Paladin specs on our Mythic Plus progression team. I might tank for the Mythic Plus progression team, which means I'll probably run on my Prop Pally, which means if you're on Pally and Luxie's on Pally, we would have all 3 Paladins. Not necessarily a good idea, but fuck it, let's make it work if they're all meta. I think it'd be fun to shield hunt. I don't think there's a portal that takes you to the Omnium foil. You just gotta go turn it in. Turn in those other quests over here. My Val's gotta be pretty high level. Is that completed? Yo, let's go get it. That's sick. We got our freaking monthly trading post done the last day beforehand. Don't say it's not possible, baby. We also got to figure out what mounts we're going to take over into the next season. Oof. I like this rocket. It flies really well. It's going to be really good on the dragon races. The next World Cup they're doing, where they're adding a bunch of dragon races, is going to be Legion, I think I saw. Warlords of Draenor, maybe. One of the older expansions is getting a World Cup in the next couple of months. Just means that there's a bunch of new dragon races on the map to go do, but once you do them on all 3 difficulties one time, you don't have to do them again. But they're only available during that time frame. They're not available 100% of the time, which is kind of weird. They should make it available all the time to go back and do if you ever want to, but I get that they're kind of holidays. Oh my god, please let me use this. One time, let me use a Warlock Gate, please. Please. I'm begging you. Pretty W stream. I appreciate you guys. If the timer does end, I'm going to continue to stream. It just means I get to end the stream on my terms. I will end the stream when we get our Omnium foil completed. We have one more quest to do. That last one was pretty quick, doing just a delve.
The shadows serve us.
Last quest. And we want Master. We want Mastery. And then our last quest says... Portal to Nagital is optional. Recover a fragment of the alien void or arcane magic and complete 3 world quests on the new content. Cool. Very cool, actually. We actually get to go to the zone. Nice! 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. If you guys want to snipe the stream, now is the time to do so. A superfan extends the crap out of it. Coins extend the crap out of it. If you guys sub on any of the platforms, a Prime or anything like that, I will add a like-a-thon. You guys can extend the stream with likes at that point. But thank you guys so much for the support across the board, always. All right, let's go to Nagital. I think the portal for those are always over here.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye, Matthew.
Vicky's going to work.
Bye, guys.
Everyone say bye, Vicky. Oh, there's the portal to Magister's Terrace, by the way. We finally found it. After we flew over there that many times. This should take us to Nagital. Yeah, Heroic. Can I solo Nagital on Heroic as a Beastmaster? I guess we're going to find out together. 3 minutes left on the stream. Good luck on your snipes. Otherwise, thank you so much for the support. Let's grab all our quests. Might as well while we're here. I didn't do any of this content. There's probably so many mounts and stuff. from the rares and companions and treasures that you got to go collect. I literally did none of it. Umbral Base Camp Translocator. Okay, Nexus Port Translocator activated. Oh, these are the bouncy shrooms. I forgot that's what the whole point is. To be bouncy. Thank goodness they add a slow so you don't take fall damage. Purchase. Ooh, wait, hold on. I gotta purchase some things before I leave. Gather canopy specimens. What does that mean? Are they above us? No. Maybe really high above us? Where do I purchase these band-aids? Someone over here? Hello, I'd like to browse your wares. Can I get some band-aids? How many do I need? Are they reusable? Only effective, heals 8% of health and removes 1 infusion every second for 6 seconds. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna put that down there for a second.
I am listening for now.
Okay. And then it says canopy specimens. Those are, I'm guessing, up in the canopy, which would be up high. There they are. Get up there! No. What do you mean I wasn't good enough to jump up there? I couldn't do it with the friggin' disengage either? How do we get up there? Okay, let's try a bounce again. This time angle it better. Get up, get up, get up. Okay, perfect. Finish up these world quests. Nice. Oh yeah, we will be able to do this on our Beastmaster, but we might have to be just a little careful here. These are like yellow beyond yellow guys. Puzzle. I'm excited for a new trinket, man. I'm so sick of Puzzle Box being my trinket. Hopefully next season there's 2 meta trinkets that are passive. I don't ever want to have to hit my freaking trinket ever again. I hate activate trinkets. Am I the only one who does, or do you guys not like activate trinkets either? I just think the passives are a little bit more interesting. They're more fun. Easier to deal with. And then go into this, go into that. There we go. I'm starting to get into the 100Ks again. I'm figuring it out. All right, that is turned in. Now it says, use a mushroom to gain arrow eyes. Pass through arrow spores. I have to hit this again. Okay. Arrow eyes. Oh, they're really high up. Bro, what? Looks like there's a couple over here. Is that an arrow spore? No, that's an agitated spore. They're the green things over here. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3. One more somewhere. Oh, you can just hit the same one. Good to know. This is like teaching you the mechanics of the zone. This shows you how much I didn't do this content. Is I'm friggin' doing the mechanics to learn about the zone. I literally went into these the very first day that they were released. And that was it. I never went back in. I've only done each one time. Oh yeah, this is the one that you have to kind of like launch yourself. Okay, hold on. Let's line this up a little bit better. And that's probably far enough. Too far. Whoa, really too far. So don't go too far here. I think that's the angle. There it is. Complete world quests. Done with that. Now we just need to recover a fragment of alien void or arcane magic, and then we can go get our omnium foil completed. Hello, sir. All right, cool. Let us transfer over to... I don't have any other location discovered. I don't have the flight paths. Oh man, dude. I have not done any of this content. That's so funny. Erratic spore investigated and overflowing caps smashed. I think this is just running over the caps. Ooh, you can go fast. Kind of a silly world quest. Angle yourself with the bounces. Ooh, 6 out of 12? Seems like a lot, Blizz. There's a rare right here. Ooh, are you tameable? Sir, hold on. I'll kill you in a second. I also want to see if you're tameable. Hold on. You are level 90, so it probably is tameable. Ooh, I'm dying. Let's kill this dude. Let's freeze that guy. Miss the freeze trap because I suck. Okay. Use one of these. And let's beast lore you. Not be tameable, of course. Why would it be? Makes it easy though. Did he keep the aggro? He kept the aggro. Okay. I killed doing the world quests. That's kind of annoying. Why was I taking damage and not the not the spore I was on? That's silly. Either way, our timer is over, so I will be able to end the stream when I want to end stream today, which is nice. We'll finish up the Omnium Foil, we'll finish up this zone, and we'll call it a day. We'll be back at this again on tomorrow morning, maybe with Mythic Raid. If not tomorrow morning, then tomorrow night for sure. I might want to do one Mythic Plus dungeon on the stream beforehand, but I said we would end on that. It just doesn't seem like there's that much interest for it, so I might do that off a stream. Get myself back into the swing of things for tomorrow's Mythic Raid. Ooh. Got him. We're getting hero crests for doing this content. That's crazy. For just killing rares on heroic mode, you get hero quests. They really gave out gear for free this season. Okay, I do want to head over to get the Omnium Foil quest going. There's also another rare over there, but it seems like there's a big dude here. 9.5 million. Yeah, I can kill him. My pet holds aggro. I can kill him. Ooh, Duskburn died. Okay, that's not good. We got some friends helping us out, though. He should die. Healing him back up. I see a shiny star, I kill a shiny star. Save my recovery for when my pet gets down to low HP. where a defensive character or defensive pet is really strong. Someone is taunting, so I don't have to tank anymore, which is nice. Let's go ahead and do some AoE to kill the spare, which we did. I think that warrior is tanking, which is awesome. Full recovery on the pet there. Give him men pet. Beastmaster is so broken. In open world content, I love it so much. Makes this game so easy to play when you just want to turn your brain off and go through the content. He's dead. Reviving. Missed a men pet there somewhere. He's kind of doing enough damage to kill my pet within men pet though. Oh, the paladin's tanking. I don't even need taunt. I'm gonna leave it up. But I don't need it on. Okay, maybe I won't leave it on because it's just destroying my DPS. Spellbook, pet. It's not even on my bar. There we go. Now the paladin will just hold aggro the whole time, and we should be okay to kill it. Look how strong that paladin is, not even taking damage. It's crazy. Give me something good. Ooh. Champion plate gear to give to an alt if I wanted. We also have a different renegade person over here. 3 to 5 players. There's just a lot going on in these zones, huh? How much do you have? 4.5 mil. Ooh, that guy cast polymorph. That's very crazy. Pyroblast. Did he poly my pet? He did. He polyed my pet. That's crazy. He's casting like some PvP spells. If you're a mage, that's actually a really strong thing to do, by the way. Polymorph a hunter's pet. Look at this like whole PvP group. This is fun, like a PvE PvP group. With all the CC and everything. First person's dying. Keeps banishing my pet. I'm doing no damage. Guy's ruthless. And killed. Nice. Ooh, we got a new piece of gear transmog wise. Let's head over to the boss and see if we can get a group going for that and finish up our Omnium foil. Don't know why I pulled that aggro, but that's fine. I thought I was on a flying mount, so I hit my flying mount button. Boss? See if they want to join me for boss. I typed it to them. I'm gonna head over there. Trying to make some open world friends. Maybe not going as well as always because, you know, no one talks to each other anymore in the open world, but hell, I'll try. Never gonna stop me from trying. Little shortcut. Noise.
Unsurprisingly, another threat imperils.
Finding group. Oh, captain, my captain. Sign up. Whoa, I'm being attacked. Did we join that group? Sign up. Oh yeah.
Unsurprisingly.
Nice. All right, easy peasy. People are still playing this game. That's good to know.
Destroy. Eliminate.
A lot of people are in different phases. Oof. Last thing to do before we complete our Omnium foil. So if you have not completed your Omnium foil, I would recommend going to do that. It took me about 3 hours today, focusing just that. This guy pulled early. I think we're just gonna let him die. No, he's gonna wipe the group. That's annoying. Yeah, bring him in. Nice. There we go. Group him up. Group him up. I get hero again in 3 minutes. 88 seconds, actually. I don't know if I should be cleaving here, because I think cleave is 3 targets or more, so I'm going to stay with my single target rotation. Action, it's still not in there. There we go. There's 3 targets now. There's an AoE push. AoE stun. On the Nexus Captain. It's kind of tough. He's not going down easy. It's gonna be a bit of a fight here. I shouldn't go back over here. That's crazy. Yo, group them up, group them up, group them up. They're so close. Nice. Okay, 8 seconds till we have hero. I'm gonna actually save it for just a microsecond because I'm gonna have puzzle box here shortly. And I don't want a hero with puzzle box because it just wastes time. 6 seconds. Puzzle boxing. Into a hero. Into a massive damage burst. $130 is what I'm capping out at. And just open world content. Kind of a multi-cleave fight, but almost single target. Just AoE burn phases. He's at 25% HP. Keep bringing that guy in as much as possible. He is wanting to not be in the fight. Such an annoying ad to deal with those teleports. I actually think that's a pretty good raid mechanic too, is like a caster that teleports away every now and then, so you have to keep interrupting it to bring it in. It's annoying, but it's interesting. It's a lot for DPS to have to deal with. On the Guardian. Below 25%. I want to beat this Shadow Priest. I'm so close to catching them. I get puzzle box again in 30 seconds. Nice. Now we just get a cast Death Bolt or Killing Blow anytime we want to. Come on, Nexus King, die. Let me finish this Omnium foil. Let's go. Finishing up with Puzzle Box. Nice. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, we got a lot of gear there. I got a chain. I got 2 weapons. I'm gonna have to look at and see what we just actually picked up. Oh, there's loot to pick up off the ground too. Some hero crests, more field accolades. Nice. All right, that's completed. That's completed. Void commanders. Oh yeah, I need to do 4 of those. I've only killed the 1 void commander the 1 week it was out. That's hilarious. I will come back to Nagitar after the stream has been turned off, so that way I can finish this zone up. But let's go turn in our Omnium foil, finish that up, and call this stream a day. What a fun one. What an absolute fun one. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been a W. If you guys missed any portion of the stream, I'm going to be uploading this one as a VOD to my YouTube channel on Redthedeer VODs, as well as making clips from it and posting that on the social medias as appropriate. 10 days until Curse of Ulatek. That means 10 day shifts and 10 night shifts. Honestly, less than that, because I don't stream on Thursdays and Sundays. Not a lot of streams between then and now. Give me this portal over here. Boom. Finally, we found the portal at the very end. We finally found the portal at the end that takes us directly there. It is still just a load screen. Our load screens are forever long, but at least we now have a portal that takes us there, even though we never have to come back over here ever again. It's not even going to be a seasonal dungeon. The Isle Called Nanas will not be something we fly to next season at all. And that is the Omnium foil completed in 1 stream. Took me about 3 hours. Overload, residual energy, damage and healing and rune lingering increased by 100%. Your core rune leaves an echoing curse on the target for 10 seconds and accumulates 50% of all damage or healing done to the target by your core rune and your rune of lingering. When your curse expires, all accumulated damage or healing dealt to the target. I'm gonna take that. And that will be us wrapping up the stream today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's been super fun. We're probably going to be going back into retail tonight to maybe do some Mythic Plus dungeons or raid or something, prepping for my raid tomorrow. I really do appreciate you guys being here. All my Sags and Does on all my platforms. Love you guys. Seriously, much love across the board. Until the next time I see you, which will be later tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Play smart, play with your hearts, and always be red nose. All right, guys, that's it for stream. See you later. Bye now. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.